Tonight, a relationship reset. Mark Carney and Donald Trump meet again.
It is such a unifying event.
Publicly upbeat, privately agreeing to keep talking. From politics to the pitch, what the FIFA World Cup draw means for Canada. Netflix is buying film giant Warner Brothers in a $72 billion mega deal.
Fewer options, fewer voices in the mix, fewer decision makers.
What it could mean for what you see on streaming and in theaters. And remembering legendary Canadian-born architect Frank Gehry.
Like many great artists, he had different speeds, and so you respond to it emotionally.
How he changed the face of cities from Los Angeles to Toronto.
From CBC News, this is The National with Erica Johnson.
Thanks for joining us. Tonight, 6 weeks after Donald Trump broke off trade talks with Canada, some signs the ice has been broken. Mark Carney, Donald Trump, and Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum were in Washington for the FIFA World Cup draw. The mood appeared relaxed, even jovial. Afterwards, meeting on the sidelines for about 45 minutes, with Trump hinting trade was on the agenda. While the U.S. president is notoriously unpredictable, his diplomacy personal, it was a positive development. But as Katie Simpson explains, the World Cup draw was also an event that seemed tailor-made to boost his mood.
Based on the body language, you'd never know these World Cup co-hosts are in the middle of a bitter trade war. But the spectacle and celebration that comes along with the FIFA final draw seemed to at least help ease some of those tensions.
This is about the beautiful game. It's about the world coming together, sharing values. It's about peace as well, and that's true. It is such a unifying event.
After meeting privately with his Mexican and American counterparts on the sidelines of the ceremony, Prime Minister Mark Carney's office says all three leaders agreed to keep working together on CUSMA.
With this president, more than anyone else, personal relationships really count. So the three of them together, good.
It's an apparent shift from earlier in the week when Donald Trump floated the idea of leaving the three-way trade deal.
We'll either let it expire or we'll maybe work out another deal with Mexico and Canada.
The relationship with Canada has been particularly bad. Trump suspended separate negotiations to lift some of his tariffs after he was upset by this anti-tariff ad.
America's jobs and growth are at stake.
Run by the province of Ontario.
There's a lot of issues to be dealt with. Nobody's going to snap their finger and immediately do anything, but we need to get back on and talking.
For now, frustrations appear to be on the back burner. Carney and Trump spent the better part of 3 hours together, chit-chatting and joking. Trump was in a good mood, and he had good reason. He was praised as a deal maker. His foreign policy celebrated at a sporting event as he was awarded FIFA's first ever Peace Prize. Lauded by a room full of celebrities, elite athletes, and dignitaries. Trump enjoyed himself so much he stayed longer until the very end, energized and in high spirits as he left the venue for that private meeting with his trading partners. This is yet another fairly positive public interaction between Carney and Trump, and yet the relationship isn't where many had hoped it would be by now. The tone between leaders seems respectful, and at the same time, since Carney was elected, Canada has been hit by more tariffs and higher tariff rates.
And Katie, even as those trade troubles persist, those tensions are not expected to get in the way of World Cup co-hosting duties.
No, and Canada is looking at the tournament as a way to show the U.S. that when allies, neighbors, and friends work together, they can do big things. It's a theme Canada is repeatedly trying to drill into the Trump administration, hoping the cooperation from the World Cup could lead to some goodwill in the negotiations.
Katie Simpson in Washington. As the leaders looked on in D.C., fans across Canada watched the spectacle of the World Cup draw. Jamie Strachan shows us who Canada will be up against and the one big unknown.
Across the country, in Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal, fans gathered to see who Canada would face in next summer's World Cup.
I'm buzzing. I'm so excited.
I am not worried at all.
In Washington, the Prime Minister kicking off the festivities, placing host Canada atop Group B.
Oh,
Canada!
Also in the group, Switzerland and Qatar, and one of either Wales, Northern Ireland, Bosnia and Herzegovina, or Italy. That won't be known until March. Fans like what they see so far.
I think we're going to have the friendliest group out of anybody.
They've got the team to do it, and then, sky's the limit.
Oh my God!
For Canada's huge Italian population, a potential game against perennial powerhouse team Italy, a dream scenario.
They got work ahead of them, but we're going to be proud and we expect them to be here.
Jonathan Osorio, who hopes to be included on Canada's final World Cup roster, also watched the draw in Toronto.
I think it's a tough group, but, a group I think that we're excited about. Switzerland is a nation with history and has done well in past World Cups and Euros.
Plenty of blue shirts in the box.
The big question that will loom for the next few months, will it be Italy who grabs the final spot in Group B and faces Canada in its opening game June 12th in Toronto?
Not sure if Italy's ever played a game in Canada, but to play the opening game of the World Cup, Canada-Italy, it would, honestly, it's huge for the country, it's huge for everybody.
The parsing and analysis of Canada's draw and potential to advance beyond the group stage has begun.
All things considered, not too bad. It could have been worse. I think they made out okay there. With Qatar, that's a dream sort of scenario.
Canada will play its second and third games in Vancouver against Qatar and Switzerland, hoping for an improvement on its last two World Cup appearances, where Canada didn't record a single point. Jamie Strachan, CBC News, Toronto.
For the third straight month, Canada's jobless rate was down, surprising economists. According to StatsCan, the economy added 54,000 jobs in November. The expectation was a small loss. The new figures, a trend since the summer, when unemployment went from 7.1% down to 6.5% now, thanks to a steady rise in hiring. With the U.S. sowing trade chaos and uncertainty pretty much everywhere you look, this is, in the words of one economist, perplexing. Julia Wong dives into the numbers, including the one particular group of job seekers getting a much-needed boost.
With high youth unemployment rates, Anastasia McConnell is grateful for work. The 20-year-old Albertan has 2 part-time jobs, including at this flower shop.
I was nervous about how easy it would be to get a job, but it actually turned out to not be too hard.
She's fortunate since the job market has been hard for Canadians 15 to 24 years old. Unemployment had been rising. It hit close to 15% in September, but the rate is going down. Last month, it fell below 13%.
I am beyond blessed that I found work as quickly as I did. I'm very, very happy that it panned out.
Overall, Canada has added jobs in healthcare, accommodation and food services, and natural resources. And employment growth was driven by part-time jobs.
Young people often are looking for part-time work. They had a very elevated unemployment rate. So having those positions open up may be giving that segment of our society a bit of a relief right now.
This small business is hiring, but for part-time jobs that give it flexibility.
I can always up their hours during that time, during the busier times. And then when it gets quiet again, I can lower the amount of hours that I give to part-time employees.
Yeah, I think students are hungry for jobs.
Those who work with student job seekers say even in a tough job market, there are ways to stand out.
Engaging with a mentor, getting those kind of mock interview practice skills out, maybe using some AI and job-ready tools to get your resume polished and ready to roll.
Compared to other age groups, the unemployment rate for those under 25 remains stubbornly high. So while this is a bright spot in the jobs report, there's still a long way to go for young Canadian job seekers. Julia Wong, CBC News, Edmonton.
Hundreds of federal public servants got early warnings of possible job cuts, according to their unions. These job losses could hit employees at Natural Resources, the Public Service Commission, Crown Indigenous Relations, and Northern Affairs Canada, as well as the Department of Finance. The federal government plans to cut $60 billion in spending over 5 years and eventually eliminate a total of roughly 40,000 public service jobs. Netflix has inked a major deal to buy Warner Brothers for a whopping $72 billion. The move would put one of Hollywood's oldest film giants and its catalog under Netflix's growing streaming banner. And as Michelle Song explains, there are a lot of concerns about what this could mean for the future of movies.
Warner Brothers, the legacy film studio, could soon have a new owner. Netflix won its bid to acquire the 102-year-old company in a blockbuster $72 billion deal. In a conference call, the streaming giant's CEO says it's an important evolution for Netflix.
Warner Brothers has helped define the last century of entertainment, and together, we can help define the next one.
The deal would give Netflix access to Warner Bros. Discovery's extensive catalog of films and TV shows. From Harry Potter to the DC Universe to Game of Thrones, and it would own HBO Max, a direct competitor in streaming.
Consolidation at that level just means, fewer options, fewer voices in the mix, fewer decision makers, or, coming from different perspectives. And it just means that things are kind of all consolidated into a bit of a monolith.
Another fear, Netflix isn't known for creating movies for the big screen. Actors and directors are worried this could mean fewer theatrical releases, despite a commitment from Netflix that it would continue to show Warner Brothers films in theaters.
What Netflix has done historically is they'll put a movie in for 10 days so that it qualifies for an award or something like that. That's not a meaningful commitment to exhibition.
But Netflix says this deal will create more opportunities for content creators because it will expand their production capacity.
No end in sight.
Arguably, this kind of preserves, Hollywood and gives Hollywood a chance to thrive in an environment where we are clearly having, making this shift towards streaming.
Netflix says it expects the transaction to be completed in 12 to 18 months, but it will still need to be reviewed by regulators and will likely face intense pushback over how it would make the world of entertainment less competitive.
Okay, so Michelle, if it does go through, how will this play out outside of the U.S.?
Well, Erica, Netflix will have to gain clearance from international regulators, including here in Canada. We reached out to Bell Media, which owns Canadian rights to HBO Max, and it says its streaming service, Crave, remains the home of HBO and HBO Max, despite this deal south of the border. Erica?
Okay, thanks for this. Michelle Song reporting in Toronto. World-renowned architect Frank Gehry has died at age 96. Born in Canada, his iconic designs are now showpieces in cities around the globe. Deanna Sumanak-Johnson shows us the unmistakable mark he's left.
Frank Gehry's architecture conveyed whimsy and fantasy, all curved shapes and gleaming metal. But the inspiration behind them began in a humble home of a Jewish family in Toronto, where young Frank Goldberg played with bits of wood his grandmother got for her stove.
Burlap sack. She'd open it and drop the stuff on, and we'd sit and make a city out of it.
His family moved to California, where he launched his career in Los Angeles, reluctantly changing his name to Gehry to shield his children from anti-Semitism. His reputation as an architect of unusual creativity grew with each decade. By the 1990s, Gehry was the best-known architect in the world, as some called it a starchitect.
The buildings he made that were most famous, particularly the Guggenheim Museum in Bilbao, were really works of sculpture in their own right, and very personal, influenced by Gehry's connections with contemporary artists in California and also his love of Baroque architecture.
His designs dot the globe, from the dancing house in Prague to Disney Hall in Los Angeles. Some critics said they were too personal, too impractical. But Gehry persisted in his vision, continuing to teach architecture and staying close to his Canadian roots. His distinctive designs left their mark here in Canada, including additions to the Art Gallery of Ontario in Toronto. Here's Gehry visiting it mid-construction.
It's the worst time for me to see it because I see everything I should change or should have done differently. And it's awful.
The gallery's distinctive spiral staircase, envisioned by Gehry as a love story.
He imagined it as a place where somebody might be walking up and somebody else might be walking down. It's so beautiful, and they might see somebody and they might fall in love.
Frank Gehry received the highest honors for his work, the Order of Canada, the Presidential Medal of Freedom in the U.S., and something he perhaps most wanted, having his buildings be the art in everyday life. Frank Gehry was 96. Deanna Sumanak-Johnson, CBC News, Toronto.
There's another major shift in a decades-long U.S. vaccine policy tonight. The CDC's advisory panel voted to stop recommending hepatitis B shots for all newborns. Christine Birak now with the controversial decision that many doctors feel leaves babies vulnerable.
I'm going to go ahead and call for the vote.
The decision was not unanimous.
Parents should carefully think about whether they want to take the risk of giving another vaccine to their child.
Vote yes, no conflict of interest.
But most Trump administration-appointed committee members voted yes to roll back a recommendation that all babies get a first dose of the hepatitis B vaccine at birth.
This has a great potential to cause harm, and I simply hope that the committee will accept its responsibility when this harm is caused, and I vote no.
The new American guidance says only newborns whose mothers are infected or might be should be vaccinated at birth. This doctor was infected by a babysitter.
If there had been a universal birth dose at that time, I would have been protected. If we delay the birth dose for 2 months, estimates predict 1,400 new infections, 482 new deaths.
The shots offer strong protection against a highly infectious virus spread through blood and bodily fluids and leads to chronic liver disease in most infected children.
You can have issues where you have an inability to clot your blood, you're losing protein, so you're more prone to infection.
Beginning in 1991, universal vaccination in the U.S. helped reduce Hep B cases from around 16,000 down to 2,000. The American Academy of Pediatrics calls the new recommendation irresponsible, adding there is no new or concerning information about the vaccine.
The vaccines are perfectly safe.
In Canada, provinces vary on when the first Hep B shot can be given, but a national committee recommends all children get vaccinated.
It makes no sense to deny a child a vaccine because hepatitis B is a bad disease to get.
Many pediatricians in the U.S. warn the CDC's recommendation risks fueling fear and distrust among families and emboldening anti-vaccine rhetoric coming from inside Trump administration circles. Christine Birak, CBC News, Toronto.
In BC, conservation officers have stopped searching for the grizzly bear that attacked a school group last month. This comes after forensic evidence ruled out the involvement of 4 bears captured on Wednesday. 3 students and a school staff member were badly injured in the attack. 11 total were hurt. Conservation officers say there have been no bear sightings in the area for days now that grizzlies are entering denning season. India is planning to boost trade with Russia despite Western pressure to distance itself. What Vladimir Putin and Narendra Modi's strengthening friendship signals to world leaders. After a century at the Vatican, a traditional kayak is returning to Canada.
It's a part of our history, our culture.
The efforts behind this historic repatriation. And for the first time, Vancouver will fight for the MLS Cup this weekend.
We want the MLS Cup. We want to bring in, we're going to bring it over to Vancouver. Okay, Santa's going to deliver it here.
Santa.
Thanks, Santa.
We're back in 2.
When you can give me a printout for booking.
India's largest airline, Indigo, canceled more than 1,000 flights today, leaving passengers stranded. The airline cited a pilot shortage, as well as new rules requiring a longer rest period for flight crews. India's aviation ministry has now paused that policy and says flights will return to normal by tomorrow. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Russian President Vladimir Putin have agreed to expand trade ties. This as the U.S. pressures India to stop buying Russian oil. South Asia correspondent Salima Shivji now on Putin's visit to India and the delicate balance Modi is trying to strike.
The warmest of greetings reserved for close friends. A hug from India's Narendra Modi, who rarely greets leaders at the airport. before the summit truly kicked off, a 2-day visit high on optics. For Russia's Vladimir Putin, the grand welcome confirmation he has allied support despite the war in Ukraine. For India, it's a diplomatic tightrope, honoring a long-standing relationship with Russia, its biggest defense supplier, while trying not to annoy the U.S., whose steep tariffs on Indian exports at 50% are hurting many industries. Those tariffs doubled in August as punishment for India buying sanctioned Russian oil. Putin defiantly alluded to that. We're ready to provide uninterrupted oil shipments to India, he promises. But Modi didn't mention oil directly in his statement, even as he talked up a move to expand trade with Russia by 2030.
Protecting the India-America relationship.
For this former diplomat, that caution makes perfect sense.
And we have to ensure that we do nothing with Russia that will give Trump another excuse to put blame on India.
Still, the visit gave New Delhi the chance to highlight its strategic autonomy. When in the country there's a sense of affection towards Russia and anger against America for imposing tariffs seen as unreasonable.
The more Trump has doubled down on India, the more likely it has become that India will continue to invest in Russia.
The string of agreements and warmth of this visit will likely raise eyebrows in Washington, especially with American trade negotiators set to return to Delhi for another round of talks next week. But for many in India, it's a key signal that the country has options and won't necessarily buckle to U.S. pressure. Salima Shivji, CBC News, Mumbai.
For the first time in 50 years, Haiti has qualified for the World Cup, but Trump's travel ban could keep fans away.
It's very clear that this is a World Cup designed to feature American politics.
The frustration and fear from Haitians who want to support their team.
It should be a very close game, and our team doesn't give up.
And fan excitement is building as Vancouver gears up for the MLS Cup on Saturday.
Ron Lalonde is now the second Lalonde to be a Jeopardy champion.
Plus, twin brothers from Thunder Bay become Jeopardy champions 3 years apart. The National breaks down the stories shaping our world next.
We gather today as family, and friends, and colleagues of Colleen Jones.
Hundreds of people filled a church in Halifax to remember Canadian curling legend and longtime CBC broadcaster Colleen Jones. Jones died last month at 65 years old after a battle with cancer. In 1982, Jones was the youngest female skip to win the Scotties Tournament of Hearts, her first of 6. She also won 2 World Curling Championships and was appointed to the Order of Canada in 2022. The Vancouver Whitecaps are set for an historic matchup facing off against Inter Miami for the Major League Soccer Cup tomorrow. Canadian fans are already flocking to Florida. John Hernandez caught up with some of them ahead of the big match.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas in Florida, and these die-hard Vancouver Whitecaps fans want just one thing.
We want the MLS Cup. We want to we're going to bring it over to Vancouver. Okay, Santa's going to deliver it here. Santa. Thanks, Santa.
Chris White and Lisa Zimmerman are among about 2,000 Canadian fans who dropped everything to make the pilgrimage south. A last-minute excuse to cheer on their team while taking in some sunshine.
It was a bit hard actually to get here. There's a lot of logistics and moving schedules. So to come here is really a dream come true.
This time the shot is saved. The rebound try.
The Vancouver Whitecaps, led by German superstar Thomas Muller, won their way to the Major League Soccer Cup final. It's the team's first ever crack at the league championship, the culmination of a storybook year that included a trip to the CONCACAF finals, and now to Florida, where they'll challenge Inter Miami, along with its Argentinian superstar Lionel Messi.
Honestly, Inter Miami have to be respected, and they're a good team. They've got Messi, man. They're great, but we already beat them. We've beat them twice.
The Whitecaps hold their last practice exactly 24 hours before kickoff, a chance to get acclimated to the time zone and the weather. The magnitude of the game and what it means to fans not lost on the players.
These are fans that have been here from the jump, and the fact that they're traveling down, it's not an easy flight. It's also quite expensive, and it's just, we hope to give them the victory they deserve.
Honestly, I honestly think we're going to win. I wouldn't be here. Well, I would be here anyway, but I love the Whitecaps.
A victory Saturday might not qualify as a Christmas miracle, but for these fans, it would be a pretty good gift.
Santa, thank you so much.
John Hernandez, CBC News, Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Now it's time to dig deeper into the stories shaping our world. With the draw for the World Cup done, the excitement for the games is global. But in one of the host cities, the tension is very local.
We don't have water, and Televisa always has water for the grass.
A long-standing stadium feud in Mexico City may get worse. But first.
It's over! Haiti have got the news!
After more than 50 years, against all odds, Haiti is returning to soccer's biggest stage.
The nation love soccer.
But will fans from the Caribbean nation get to see the games in person? All three of Haiti's group games are scheduled to be played in the U.S., but a recent travel ban might limit the number of fans from Haiti entering the country. As Eli Glasner shows, that isn't putting a damper on a significant national achievement.
There's the goal! There is the goal!
The goal that started a news story for Haiti, for a country that suffered so much. The win over Nicaragua in November found the nation on its way to the FIFA World Cup for the first time in over 50 years. Qualifying gave Haitians a much-needed moment of joy. But will Trump's travel and immigration policies stop the party?
There's such a buzz about Haitian culture.
When you meet the owner of Sac Paty, Serge Etienne, there's a palpable sense of pride.
And it's still running better. And it's like, so that belonged to her. This belonged to her. I kept it.
Born to Haitian parents, Etienne took his mother's patty recipe from Montreal to Toronto with a few tweaks.
Does your mom approve of the feta and the spinach, these new innovations?
You know, funny thing is that a lot of people that used to buy from my mom, they think I've improved it since.
They don't tell mom, though.
Well, some of them might.
How did you feel? The game is over, they blow the whistle, Haiti's going to the Cup. Were you jumping? Were you cheering? How?
Everybody's going crazy. Yeah. Instagram is going insane. Facebook is going insane. It's like the streets of Haiti are going crazy. It's like WhatsApp is going crazy. The whole community throughout the country, throughout the United States, everywhere is just losing their mind. Because you know what? It's like, we need a win.
After the 2010 earthquake, armed gangs took over the capital. Famine and widespread instability followed.
So a lot of my customers are either refugees or they had to flee the country because of the instability.
Including Etienne's employee, Kayak Quercy, who's still coming to terms with what he went through.
It was tough. And then there's a lot of bad news. And then gangster everywhere, so it was.
It's hard.
I have no word to say.
But he says the Cup gives Haitians a chance.
After like those things, that's something we are put off, like to show the whole we can do better things.
But when it comes to even attending the World Cup games in Toronto or Vancouver,
what I've come to meet is a lot of refugees, newcomers, people that's new in the country and, you know, trying to make a place for themselves. So for them to purchase a ticket to go see that game is going to be highly unachievable.
And that's just for the games in Canada. When it comes to watching matches in the main host country, the US,
we'll bring the world together.
I feel like FIFA is a bundle of hypocrisies.
Karim Zidane is an investigative reporter who explores the places where politics and sports meet.
This is an organization that presents itself as international, that also presents itself as a harbinger of peace and preaches the values of football as a bringer of peace.
United as individuals, united as billions.
And yet, it really doesn't match what we see in action.
Zidane says after bringing the World Cup to the authoritarian governments of Russia and Qatar, FIFA President Gianni Infantino set his sights on America.
And since you are a winner, of course, you can as well touch it. It's pretty heavy. Yeah. It's the winner trophy. The last one who lifted that is Lionel Messi of Argentina. And here it is. Can I keep it for you? Well,
it's been extraordinary to see how Gianni's sort of been bending over backwards to hand him trophies to make it feel like this is the Donald Trump World Cup.
The beautiful game.
Part of the plan involves the largest World Cup ever, 48 countries with matches in Mexico, Canada, and the US. But there's a catch, according to Zidane.
From the ICE raids to the anti-immigration approach the government's taking at this moment, it's very clear that this is a World Cup designed to feature American politics.
Currently, 2 of the participating countries, Iran and Haiti, are under a U.S. travel ban, meaning all Haitians, regardless of their visas, are banned from entering. There are exceptions for World Cup athletes, coaches, and support staff, plus immediate relatives, but no carve-out for fans. Haitian journalist Fitznel Octave says the fear is real, even for Haitian fans in America.
So the day Haiti qualified, November 18th.
It's over! Haiti have got the news! It's a moment 50 plus years in the making!
So you would imagine that most Haitians or people of Haitian descent here in the US would flood the street to celebrate, right? But they couldn't do that, so many were afraid to get out. They say, you know what? I don't know, even though I have a green card, but I don't want to go out there because even US citizens get caught by ICE and get deported.
He says it's a bitter pill for a country that lives for soccer.
We are a nation of sport, a nation who love soccer. So people would give up anything just to watch a game.
He says the Haiti team, a team that can't train at home, a team with a coach that has never traveled to Haiti, represents the Haitian sense of resilience.
I mean, you have kids coming play on dirt, from in the provinces. They train on the bad field, on the dirt, in the sun, the hot sun. So they do that with the mindset that, okay, one day this moment will come.
While Haitians who want to go to the games would like FIFA to do more.
Last month when I was in Haiti, there was a lot of talking points about that situations, and some people thinking that, okay, maybe FIFA should intervene. FIFA should do something.
The team is using the World Cup to try and change the situation back home.
They're calling out the gangs to ceasefire. They're calling every Haitian to unite.
All right. Voila.
Ooh, look at how they puffed up.
Yes.
Wow.
These are Haitian patties.
I can see the layer. So that's the rolling.
While soccer may be the one thing that can bring the battered country together, back in Toronto as I sample my first flaky Haitian patty.
Take your time.
The construction worker turned chef says nothing, not the travel ban, not the high ticket prices, will rob them of this moment.
You know, we can't even bring our kids back to our country. But there's something about us Haitians that is very, doesn't matter where you are, we're very proud. Extremely proud to be Haitian, even though we don't have a country that we could go back, but there's no one else prouder than us.
Now, Mexico City will host the World Cup's opening game, but for those living nearby, the pride of that is mixed with anger. Stadium renovations will put more strain on an existing community water crisis. Jorge Barrera met with some of those fighting back.
Here at Azteca, it is a sea of silver confetti. It is not snow. It is not snowing in Mexico.
Mexico City's legendary Azteca Stadium.
It is Diego Maradona.
2 World Cup finals
1986,
Brazil was victorious again.
and 70, immortalized on this pitch.
It was a fitting end to Pele's World Cup career.
And World Cup 2026, held in Canada, the US, and Mexico, is set to open here.
Hemos tenido 2 mundiales y jamás le han dado un beneficio al pueblo.
We've had 2 World Cups and the people have not benefited, says Ruben Ramirez, who leads the indigenous community of Santa Ursula Coapa. The stadium was built on their land and they still live next door. Now the community is starting to protest with graffiti and murals, and there's talk of ramping up actions leading to the World Cup's return on June 11th.
Ahorita la lucha es el agua.
The source of the conflict now is over water, he says. Water controlled by the stadium's owner. Water that this community needs.
Bueno, ahorita desde ayer no hemos tenido agua y no hemos alcanzado a hacer la limpieza.
Maria Estela Alejandro says she had no water yesterday and is only now able to wash the dishes.
Ahorita que nos llegó el agua, que nos vamos a activar, esto es lo que más tenemos de agua.
When there's water, this is the maximum water pressure, she says. Alejandro lives a couple blocks from Azteca Stadium, along an alleyway with 50 other families. They often go days without water.
También está el pozo del Estadio Azteca, que a mí se me hace...
But she says the owners of the stadium, which will be called Mexico City Stadium during the World Cup, have their own well, and they never run out. I think it's ridiculous that a company owns a well, she says.
El agua es de todos, y el agua es de los pueblos.
Water is for the people, she says. The Mexican government gave Televisa Group, one of Mexico's biggest media corporations, the right to drill this well 6 years ago, across from the stadium, which is owned by one of Televisa's spin-off companies. And Televisa also owns broadcast rights for World Cup games.
We are next to the Azteca Stadium, and behind this wall is the well.
Natalia Lara is an activist who's been fighting for community water rights for years. She says the government needs to take the well back and use it to supply the community.
We don't have water, and Televisa always has water for the grass, and we don't have water for washing, for do the laundry, or for maybe for cooking, but Televisa always has water.
Aquí está el Estadio Azteca.
Lara's father, Adolfo Lara, explains a map of the area.
Y nosotros estamos aquí.
We are right here, he says. The red squares show places with water shortages. The red dot here is Televisa's well. Lara says this well was meant to feed a planned massive World Cup-related hotel complex project, now on pause, that would have put massive pressure on water supplies and threatened the survival of the community.
Televisa y los dueños del Estadio Azteca se van a capitalizar.
Lara says there are fears the project will start up again with revenues from the World Cup. The community has been meeting with Mexico City officials for months to have their water needs met. Why does the community not have water, says Ramirez during a recent meeting, captured by cell phone video provided to CBC News. City officials responded saying they're building a rainwater-fed garden by the stadium. We got more results protesting on the street. Here they just spin us around and around, says Ramirez. The issue has reached the desk of the country's top elected officials. During a recent morning presidential press conference, Mexico City's mayor, Clara Brugada, says,
Y con la recuperación de la concesión del pozo del estadio,
the concession for the, quote, stadium's well was now in the city's hands. Grupo Oyamani, which owns the stadium, told CBC News the well water here has been donated to the city's water supply since 2023, and the company holds the rights until 2027, but they have no plans to restart the hotel complex project. Ramirez says he doesn't trust words meant to calm things before the World Cup.
¿Cómo va a ser posible que estemos a un lado de un monstruo?
How is it possible to sit next to a monster that makes billions of dollars in profits and the people have nothing, he says.
No sé si se pare o no sé si proceda, pero la misma sociedad lo va a decidir.
As for launching protests to disrupt the World Cup here, he says that's for the people to decide.
And there have been more developments in the story reported there by Jorge Barrera. Earlier this week, residents hand-delivered a letter to the president's office asking her to intervene. Taken from Canada and held by the Vatican for a century, dozens of Indigenous cultural items are on their way back.
It's a part of our history, our culture.
The long fight to get them back and the flight bringing them here. Next. Gone for 100 years, dozens of sacred Indigenous items are finally being returned from the Vatican. Some have been on display, others tucked away since 1925, including a century-old kayak from the Northwest Territories. Juanita Taylor shows how a request to bring that kayak back opened the door to so much more.
So this must have been a very old one that was used a lot.
Daryl Nasugaloa can look at a kayak and know it's from his region in the Western Arctic.
Horn at the ends, yes. It's unique to this area, and they're fragile, but they were designed to be very light and fast.
His and other Inuvialuit's strong connection to their culture helped identify this century-old kayak. Roman Catholic missionaries sent it to the Vatican along with roughly 100,000 other objects for the 1925 Vatican Mission Exposition. But it's not clear if they were sent as gifts or if they were taken.
The gunnel's there.
Now, 100 years later, the kayak is returning to the Inuvialuit.
It's a part of our history, our culture.
Dwayne Smith is leading efforts to repatriate the kayak. He's the chair of the Inuvialuit Regional Corporation. Those negotiations also helped advance First Nations and Métis efforts to bring home some of their sacred objects. Altogether, 62 pieces.
We can show this part of our history and our culture to our own communities, especially to our youth.
When the items left the Vatican, they got trucked to Frankfurt, where a flight donated by Air Canada is bringing them to Montreal. Negotiations between Inuit and the Vatican began in 2022, just before Canada's Indigenous group's historic visit to Rome, where they met with the late Pope Francis and joined a private tour of the Vatican Museum. Former Dene National Chief Gerald Antoine was there.
It tells you that we're on the right path of truth moving forward.
Smith says getting the kayak back is a form of reconciliation.
I hope others, such as the British Museum, the American Museum, consider repatriating these artifacts back.
The cultural objects will be arriving in Montreal on Saturday and brought to the Canadian Museum of History in Gatineau, Quebec for examination, where Inuit, First Nation and Métis leaders will get to see them and decide on their final destination. Juanita Taylor, CBC News, Ottawa.
Coming up, we introduce you to twin brothers from Ontario with Serious Game.
We are probably the first multi-game champion twin brothers to appear in that show.
Their winning Jeopardy performances are next in our moment. Jeopardy fans may recognize this face as 13-time winner Ray Lalonde, but it's actually his twin brother Ron who made his own mark on the show this week. The brothers are originally from Thunder Bay, Ontario. Well, they have now both been crowned champions in multiple games, 3 years apart. Their family accomplishment makes our moment.
If Ron looks familiar to those of you at home who are Jeopardy fans, you're probably thinking of his brother Ray.
We are probably the first multi-game champion twin brothers to appear in that show. First thing I did was call Ray and say, hey, I'm on the show.
I was so happy for him. I knew he was trying, and it's so exciting.
It's a bit of a relief that it's finally been done, as I was waiting for a long time. Ray appeared on the show 3 years ago, and it did so well. No pressure there at all.
I came down during the tail end of COVID, and won 13 games. I was quite nervous for him sitting in the audience. Of course, Ron won, which is thrilling. Nail biter, but so fun when it happened.
Ron Lalonde is now the second Lalonde to be a Jeopardy champion.
And it was nice to Ray got to be down and watch me play. I just wanted to at least win one game. I couldn't just fall on my face, right? And we also watched Jeopardy growing up.
7:30, Jeopardy comes on. Don't disturb the family. We're watching Jeopardy. I had a watch party at my place with some friends, and we're all cheering him on. It's thrilling and exciting and nerve-wracking.
You know, I've prepared your whole life for this kind of thing. It's very exciting.
Now, apparently they applied to get on Jeopardy more than a decade ago. And these two brothers have 5 other siblings. And they say they've been encouraging them to apply to get on the show too. But so far, no one seems keen. So far. Imagine the pressure. From all of us at The National, thank you for being with us. I'm Erica Johnson. Good night.